Well, much of the tri-state is under a tornado watch until 11 o'clock this evening, and that enhanced risk for severe weather we've been talking about with that higher moderate risk now kind of nudging in from the southwest. So lots of terms we've been talking about here over the past couple of days. So I've asked one of the lead forecasters down at the National Weather Service office in Paducah to join us. Chris NOLES is with us this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Chris. I know it's going to be a busy night for you also down there in the Paducah Weather Service office. Let's first talk about the differences and I guess the importance of an enhanced and even a moderate risk, which we don't often see in this part of the country.
Yes, those risks are more rare. They're not issued as often. And we started off with an enhanced yesterday, and they upgraded to a moderate, which does come right up to the confluence of the Ohio and the Wabash. And basically the difference between it and a slight or a marginal risk is that we expect greater coverage as well as more intense and severe thunderstorms, and that includes the possibility of tornadoes.
And the Storm Prediction Center is the office that actually outlines the risk areas, but I guess they consult with local offices also?
They do. They touch base with us. They get our feel since we have a good idea of what's going on a more local level. So we do coordinate with them and other offices nearby.
Okay, well, it's been a while since we've had a moderate risk in the area. As you look back historically over the past several years, what comes to mind in terms of the setup we're looking at tonight?
The last moderate risk that I saw was in July of 18, and we had absolutely nothing. But many people probably remember February 28th of 17 with Crossville and the tornado that tracked on into southwest Indiana up along I-64 there. The pattern that we see with this particular event mirrors that one very, very closely. And in fact, some of the guidance actually shows the wind shear, one component, to be even a little bit stronger. So we're definitely concerned as we go through the evening hours.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where we have all the ingredients for tornadoes, and it's just a question, does everything come together? You mentioned the last moderate risk was a bust, and we hope that's the case tonight. Nobody's going to complain, but we know the ingredients are there. So once the storms start to really ramp up and it comes time to issue a warning, it's important for the viewers to know that all of the warnings come from your office, at least for most of our viewing area. We don't issue our own warnings here on Eyewitness News. So when it comes to issuing a warning, first of all, you got the severe thunderstorm warning, and then you got the tornado. So what goes into that decision process?
We look at several parameters that we see on radar, reflectivity, velocity information. We basically put all of what we see together, both vertically and across a plan view, and we make a decision. And depending on, in this case for tonight, for example, if the rotation is strong enough and spins up quickly, we will go straight to tornado warning. Otherwise, we would issue a severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, I guess it's situational awareness. On a night like this, you know, we're expecting tornadoes, certainly a strong possibility. So when you see that storm starting to rotate, you might pull the trigger pretty quickly. But it's not unusual for some storms to rotate and then not produce a tornado, correct?
That is correct. That happens more often in the warmer season. This time of year, there's so much wind shear that oftentimes the circulations get to the ground in an environment like this. They rarely just stay aloft, so the tornado potential is usually quite high with this amount of wind shear.
And it's important to note also, a lot of folks think, well, we didn't have any sunshine today, so how do we have to worry about severe storms? There was no sun out, but in the cool season, you don't need sun.
Exactly. I don't know how many people are familiar with dew point, but actually the dew points we're seeing across the area are as high as we will ever see on record in December. We don't need the sun. The temperature's already up around 70, 72 degrees here, and with the system coming in and interacting with that, it's really irrelevant. We have plenty of warmth and moisture.
All right, Chris. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. I know you got a very busy night ahead of you. We'll obviously be watching and consulting with you. It's a team effort when it comes to getting information out in severe weather events. So, Chris, hope everything goes well down there tonight. We'll be doing our thing up here on the TV side in the Evansville tri-state area. But thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Yes, teamwork is essential. Thank you, and good luck to you.
All right, same to you. All right, Chris Knowles from the National Weather Service in Paducah.